Welcome to Nollywood Radio France. I'm your host, Jocelyn. We thank our partner, Balancing Act Africa, for the permission to use this audio file.
Hello, my name is Shirley Frimpong Manso. I'm a filmmaker in Ghana. I have written and directed and executive produced 7 movies. Our 7th movie, which is titled Adam's Apples, is going to be premiered on the 21st of April at the National Theatre. And subsequently it's going to go to the Silverbird cinema, and we are looking at premiering also at other countries, in Nigeria, in the UK, in the United States.
For the first time on cinema screens comes a gripping 10-chapter movie series from Spreaker Productions.
This particular movie is a little different from the other ones that we have done. This is a 10-chapter movie series. Each chapter comes with its own theme, and the theme changes with every chapter. Now we're running this series with the premiere starting on the 21st, and then we will continue to show at the cinemas monthly for the entire year till February 2012. And once we've shown one movie, then we'll release it on DVD or VCD, we'll do the distributions, and then we'll release another one.
What's the plot?
Adam's Apples is about 4 women, 3 in their 30s and 1 woman who's in her late 50s. Now, Mrs. Adams is the older woman, and her daughters are the 3 30-year-olds. So basically, it says Mrs. Adams and her apples. Now, these 4 women kick up a lot of drama. It comes with, marriage and professional achievement. It comes with boyfriends and children and fashion.
The edge of the seas drama filled with tears, laughter, and love.
Seduction, yes. It comes with a lot of seduction, yes. Very, very exciting. And so these women, it's really about these women and their lives, the men in their lives, the children in their lives, the work in their lives. So we flip the chapters with them as their lives unfold. So that is really Adam's Apples. And it gets more exciting as the plot thickens, because they can only get up to more mischief than they have done previously. Some of them traveling, some of them leaving marriages, some of them conniving, and some of them who have very dark pasts. Their pasts start getting back, creeping back on them, and it gets really exciting. I think the difference with Adam's Apples as compared to the other movies is the other movies, it's one-off movie. It ends. But Adam's Apples, even though each chapter is an hour 30 minutes, when it's going to end, we leave it on a hook, which gets you wanting more. So as an audience, you leave feeling satisfied, but also very curious to know what's going to happen next. And so for our next release, you definitely want to know.
What about the actors and actresses?
It's a huge cast. It's a huge cast. Apart from the 4 main ladies who, the story is really built around, we have a lot of supporting cast.
Anima, Misa, Amoah, Jocelyn, Dumas, Yvone, Okoro, Ashorkor, Mensah-Doku, Ajetey, Anang, Dumelo, and many new exciting faces.
95% of these actors are Ghanaians, but then I do have a young Nigerian actor in there. He's actually a medical student, and he's got love for acting, and he's fantastic. It's actually his first acting thing, and he's doing a fantastic job with it.
How many actors and actresses altogether?
In 25 and 30. These are main supporting. And then we have the minor ones who come in and go. We have extras. The extras are many. I mean, for each chapter, we probably could use about 50 extras. And then, the next one, we get more. Yes.
Where are the shooting locations?
The shooting locations are mostly in Accra.
It seems on the beach, or a bit further.
Yes, we have shot at the beach. We did one particular scene like that about a month ago. It was beautiful. We shot at sunrise. It was really nice. We shot at the Labadi beach, and then we have also shot in restaurants, many restaurants, because we also want to use this movie to showcase Accra.
Yes, and surrounding.
Yes, Accra and surrounding. So we're moving around a lot. We're shooting in a lot of restaurants. In each chapter, we could shoot in about 2-3 restaurants. We are shooting in nightclubs also, and we're shooting in marketplaces, in supermarkets, and we're using various different locations to showcase the city. Cut the scenes with city shots, so you can see rush hour, and you can see, perhaps afternoon lunch when people are just, hanging around, lazing about and stuff here. And then we shoot around, we've done some of the scenes around the riversides and stuff like that, when the sun is setting and rising, stuff. Just very beautiful shots of the city, just to, add to the beauty of the entire production. The influences for the movie, the inspiration and what motivates some of the stories, it comes from all around. From personally, from books I have read, from movies I have seen, from
which ones?
Interacting. I can't tell. I'm a big movie fanatic, so I have watched several from when I was a kid, And you see a movie and it sort of stays with you. And so when you're going to do your own, you don't take what's in the movie and put it in yours, but it influences you in a certain direction to write certain things in a certain way, because perhaps the story is in a certain way. So you take the story, what you saw, and then apply it to
your own life, your understanding of life. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And also real life experiences, friends, family, and then there's also things that happen, everyday things that happen, you're on the road, something happens. I think I take a lot more message from the things that happen around me. I think I'd say that a huge percentage of my writing comes from the everyday things that happen around me. I mean, I could be sitting with somebody and we're talking, and the person says a line, and I'm thinking, this is just brilliant. And the person won't even know that they've even said something that would make people laugh in a movie. So these are where they come from.
So how did you fund the film, and did you get any sponsors or product placement activities or
Most of the movies we do, most of the funding comes from our own coffers, but then we get a lot of support from some of these companies. And in the case of Adam Sapples, we have 4 strong companies who are backing us to be able to do this. And in return, we do product placements in the movie very subtly, the way we can. And we do mentions also, in various places where we can. And then of course when the movie promotion is going on, they are mentioned as sponsors, and they get platforms to be able to exhibit the kinds of stuff that they produce or they manufacture or they sell.
How did you approach those sponsors?
Well, some of these people we have worked with in the past, so perhaps it's easier to go in and say, hey, I have another thing on the table, are you interested? And some of the other sponsors we have never worked with, but then we've got a good concept and we've been able to rope them in. So when you go, you're like, okay, I have a script, and this is what I think your product and my story can do together, a good fusion.
So actually call them up and went to see them and
You
sat around the table. And,
you call somebody calls somebody, or you call somebody straight off, mention your company, and I like to think that because we've done movies over and over again, people have seen the successes of our movies. It's easier to call up and say, I'm calling from here. I'd like to talk to you about sponsorship for our next movie, and then you get in there and you say what you have to say, and they counter, or they accept, and then.
So who are the partners you'd like to thank?
I'd love to thank GTP New Style. You realize in Adam's Apples, we're using a lot of the fabric, the GTP fabric, which is our authentic, cloth. And we're combining it with, the foreign material and making some really unique fashion out of these pieces, So it's been fantastic, and we're very grateful to them. And then, of course, MTN, they provided a lot of support, even for our last movie and then for this one, And there's also Virgin Atlantic, and Virgin Atlantic in our premieres to the UK, they're happy to fly us there and bring us back, and give us an experience, give our actors an experience. So yes, we're very, very grateful. And also Ganduru Cosmetics for all the things you see us use on set, the hairstyles and the lipstick and all of that, courtesy of Ganduru Cosmetics. So they don't support us with only products, they give us money as well. And they have believed in us to do this. And today we did our press screening, and I have to say they were all very impressed. So we're happy.
Okay. Where do you distribute right now? Which cinemas? And you're already on DVD, on VOD as well, or VCDs?
VCDs. We do when we finish, when the movie has gone to the cinema, which is the Silverbird cinema, and in the case of Nigeria has a lot more cinemas.
Yeah.
So it's a very good place to show, because you can show in about 10 cinemas at a time. Yeah. So we show at these cinemas, and we've shown in Nigeria. We do showings in Accra, which is guaranteed, and then we have done premieres in London. We've done premieres with 2 of our movies, The Perfect Picture and 6 Hours to Christmas, and this is one of the Adam's Apples is another one that we intend to promote and premiere. The distribution is a little tricky when it comes to this side of movie making, because a lot of the producers distribute themselves. Most of the distributors are producers themselves. You produce your own movie, then you distribute yourself. You don't have bodies that do distributions exclusively. Luckily, we've been able to work with some distributors who have been very, very good and very open, to business, and so I've been lucky on this side. Except that the market is a little funny. There are times when you sell quite a bit, and there are times when you won't sell at all. I'm guessing it depends on the time of the month, perhaps, and the mood, or perhaps the story, if people like it. So that's Ghana. When it comes to the other countries, distribution is a little tricky. So most of the time it's advisable to perhaps sell the rights to distribute to somebody over there, collect your money, and let the person record it.
So are you actively right now? You're looking for new distributors?
Yes. We are always looking in Africa. In Africa, we're always looking for new distributors. We're looking for people that can bring us, can open bigger markets for us, because we know for certain that our movies are all around the world, except that we're not the ones distributing it. People carry it from here and take it there and do whatever they want with it. So we're open to that idea.
What about DVDs? Have you released?
We do DVDs. We do DVDs. We do the DVDs in very small quantity, because majority of the people, I think, prefer to buy the VCDs because it's cheaper. The DVDs are more expensive.
Yeah. How many have you released, both DVDs CDs and VCDs? Do you know?
In regards to the movies we've done, the 6 movies, I'd say perhaps in the range of about 500 to about 700. Yes, in total.
In total, okay.
Yes,
So it's small quantities.
Yes, and small quantities. For a particular production, you're selling between 100 and 150,000 VCDs.
And what about pirated films in Ghana? Is that still common? Or?
Yes, that is there. I have to say though that it's not very common.
Okay.
It's not very
prominent for your business. Or?
Sorry?
I mean, it's not that important for your business.
Well, there are times when we have seen pirated copies of our movies. You know, people have gone on and done their own thing, and then you're in the market and you probably see, somebody calls you and stuff like that.
How much do they sell it?
I think that they sell it for the same price, but then I think when the movie is not on the market so much, they do it and they sell it for much cheaper. I hear at certain places much cheaper, or they take it outside.
Five CDs?
Yes, the VCD is supposed to be 5 CDs for a VCD. Now I'm guessing some of these pirated ones sell for 2 CDs, 50 pesos or something. Yes.
So it's a bit of competition.
But then we also have the police who have made themselves available to us that if you do get a hint of any sort that your movie is being pirated, they're happy to go and make some arrests. Yes. Now, apart from Adam's Apples, Spire Productions, which is the company I work for and own, have done 6 very good movies. The very first one was Life and Living It. The second one was Scorned. The third one was The Perfect Picture, which won me the Best Director Award at the Africa Movie Awards last year. And also it won the Best Actress Awards and the Best Supporting Actor. And then A Sting in a Tail came after The Perfect Picture, which won the Audience Favorite Award at the Pan-African Film Festival in LA, and won the Best Soundtrack also at the African Movie Academy Awards. After A Sting in a Tail, we did Checkmate, and then 6 Hours to Christmas, which we released during Christmas, and this one is Adam's Apples.
Any other projects?
Yes, the series is taking a lot of our time because basically it's 10 movies and the most we've attempted in a year are 2 movies. So this is a huge, big project. And so we are going to wrap it up as in, filming. We're going to wrap up filming, but then we'll have a lot of post-production work to do. So it's going to keep us busy for a while. Yes, but we do have 1 or 2 documentaries that we're seriously looking at, and we do have 1 movie that we're looking at perhaps around Christmas. Yes.
Does the government in Ghana help the film industry, the local film industry, and what are the tools and means?
I think that in the last few years, they have been a lot more outspoken about it. They have opened their doors for negotiations, and I know that they work very hard on the film bill. These things to protect filmmakers and production houses. Yeah, but as a filmmaker, I'd say that they didn't do much more. We buy equipment and bring it into the country, and we pay huge taxes on it. And it would be great if the government could waive some of these taxes, because I hear in Nigeria, the government is beginning to do something like that. This will only boost the industry, because then you are able to spend a lot more on quality equipment.
Let's move on to the Ghanaian film industry. How has it been over the last few years? Is it changing? Are they new filmmakers? Are they making noise outside of Ghana as well?
Yes. The Ghanaian film industry has changed a lot, I think, in the last 3 years. And yes, there are new filmmakers. Some people have come from outside the country, like living in the States, have come here, because they realize that it is possible to be able to do, create anything you want to create. The environment allows it, and the people are interested in movies again. It used to be very, 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 very strong. The interest in movies used to be very strong some 20 years ago, I guess. And for some reason, all our cinemas turned into, the cinemas closed down, and the culture of cinema just sort of died. And then suddenly, about 3-4 years ago, it's all erupted again, and people are looking forward to watching movies again. They're buying tickets, and they're going to premieres and stuff. And so, because of that, it's influencing a lot of people to come in, and do their bits. And some of it is really very good. You have some people who have just finished the National Film and Television Institute, who have come together as a group, putting things together. You have some of the veterans who have not done movies in years, coming back and doing things. Yeah. So there's a lot of hope. I guess what we need really is a structure. If we had a structure, then we can all sort of, be a part of, and hang on there.
Be stronger.
Yeah, and be stronger, yeah. Then we can begin to build and make it bigger. Yeah. So I think that's what's missing.
Okay. So any other ideas on how the Ghanaian film industry could be boosted?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that, if we got some associations which was funded by the government to give, grants or funding to the projects that a lot of the, production houses, a lot of the good production houses are doing, this will be a great boost, because if you have a good script, you've got a good team, and you've got support like that, then you can do as many things, or you can do as wilder things as possible, yeah. And of course, there are also bodies in various other countries who actually take movies from producers and stuff like that, and then they take it around the world, and they market it at this corp and these other places. And it would be good to have a body like that, which is looking out for, production houses. And if you've got something good there, they'll take it, and as that body, that very solid body, they can take it out there and try and help you sell your stuff. Yeah. Okay.
There's been quite a bit of noise in the media, online media and paper, about the certain relationship between the Ghanaian, film industry and the Nollywood film industry. Could you tell us more about that? What's the real, issue there?
I think the Ghanaian film industry and the Nollywood, Ghanaian film industry and the Nollywood film industry have had a pretty good relationship, in the past few years. I think that they have helped each other, stabilize, and there's been a seamless kind of transition between the two, because now Ghanaians can sit back and enjoy Nigerian movies, and there's nothing to it. It's like they sit back and enjoy it, like it's coming from Ghanaians. And Nigerians are doing the same. They are watching Ghanaian movies and loving it. And then the actors are also crisscrossing. You have Nigerian movies where you have a lot of Ghanaian actors in there, because the Nigerians also come in here to market their movies. And so obviously they like to take the actors here to put in there so it will be marketable. Plus, a lot of the actors here also are very popular there. And so, it's a good, there's been a very good fusion, a good trade, and Nollywood is obviously much bigger, than, and they produce a lot more movies and stuff like that. But I think it's, it's a good relationship. There has been moments where there's been a love and hate thing going on, because, I've heard where some people have said Nigerian movies are better than Ghanaian movies, and Ghanaian movies are better than Nigerian movies. But I'm thinking, it's really not necessary. We don't have an industry going. We can't even begin to fight yet. Do you understand? Yeah. And if we're going to be able to go anywhere at all as Africans, then perhaps we need to work together instead of putting these divisions, yeah. So.
Any exchange with other countries in Africa apart from Nigeria? I mean, has there been exchanges in Kenya, South Africa, or Maghreb?
I think when it comes to the Ghanaian film industry, it's been more to do with Nigeria than any other country.
Because this vacancies.
Yeah, I think it's so easy. It's so easy to get on a plane, and 45 minutes later you are in Lagos. So it's easier, and we do have quite a bit in common. As in culture and perhaps even food and things and stuff. It's easier, but I think that will change, because even personally, I've had people call me from Kenya and from other places where they say that, look, we've seen your movies, we love it. I have a script. Are you interested? Can I bring some of my people so we can do a match? I think sooner than later it's gonna happen. Yes.
You've been listening to Nollywood Radio France. Thanks for listening.